that I want. With Charles, I had a little bit difficult situation because I really like the guy. But with Paddy, I'm really gonna enjoy kicking his ass.
What excites me more is the fight with Paddy.
I want that Paddy.
If they could put that fight in Spain, in the Bernabeu Stadium,
they're in negotiation right now.
That will be a massive one. Spain against that pimple.
What happened with you two? Because I saw the video where you guys are yelling at each other. Was it in a hotel or something?
Yeah, he said something about Georgia.
Oh, he said something about your country.
Yeah.
What is that?
He said, like, now I understand why the Russians are bombing Georgia or something, like putting bombs in Georgia.
Whoa.
Don't joke with that. Say whatever you want to say about me. Don't talk about war because you don't know how is it.
He was talking shit. You know, I mean, it gets people to pay attention. When you see Paddy, he's dancing like this. His hair's flopping around like he's in the Beatles. You know, he's like...
This rivalry has grown far beyond a chase for championship gold. For Ilia Topuria, a fight with Paddy Pimblett is no longer about rankings. It's become deeply personal. During a conversation with Joe Rogan, Topuria explained why this matchup means more to him than any other fight in the lightweight division. The tension between the two extends well beyond trash talk. While Topuria believes Paddy crossed a line that should never have been crossed, Paddy remains convinced he's the fighter who can finally defeat the former champion. With neither man willing to back down, both continue to predict a decisive victory.
If the quality of the fighter he is, man, come on, please. Don't even compare me to that boom, because we are on different levels and everyone can see that. It's very disrespectful to me, to my country, to all my people. And he said something, now I understand why the Russians put the bombs in Georgia. When you start to joke about that kind of things, just make sure that we don't find each other anywhere, because I'm gonna take your fucking head off. He wants to build his hype laughing at people, and that's not the way I'm looking to.
Yeah, because he's moving up to 155, right?
Yeah, always.
And you guys have a long history.
Yeah.
That press conference 2 years ago was one of the most fucking entertaining press conferences of all time. Your chirps, like calling him like a fucking chorizo sausage and shit.
That's what he should have changed his name to.
That's funny.
He's changed his nickname to a shit nickname, hasn't he? Like Legend or something.
Yeah.
Should have changed it to El Chorizo. Would have been well for you.
What do you make of his like evolvement? Because that was a long time ago, and now he's kind of fucking leveled up like
yeah,
crazy,
he has.
Right?
But we always knew he was a good fighter. Know what I mean? Like that's sort of what pisses me off about him. Even though I hate him and I think he's a bellend, like I wouldn't lie and say he's a shit fighter, because he's not. But that's what he says about me, and it made me laugh when he said, what did he say? He called me fat. I was like, lad, you can't make your weight division anymore that you are champion of, and you're trying to call me fat. He's a midget, lad. He's tiny. He's smaller than Michael Chandler. You'll see what I do to Michael Chandler next Saturday night when I dismantle him, and it'll be a very similar game plan to beat Ilia. He's small, he walks forward swinging shots. I'll kick him up and down the octagon, and I'll either knock him out or submit him. Like that fight's there down the line.
Despite all the heated exchanges, Paddy Pimblett says there's only one opponent he truly wants next, Ilia Topuria. With uncertainty surrounding Topuria's immediate future and questions about Arman Tsarukyan's place in the division, Paddy believes the road to their long-awaited showdown is becoming much clearer. He says he's ready to accept the fight whenever the UFC decides to make it official, adding that it's the kind of matchup capable of headlining a major pay-per-view, even without a title on the line.
No title on the line.
That gives me like chills just thinking about that. The press conferences and shit, that'd be crazy.
The press, they'd have to do a world tour for that, like they did with Aldo McGregor. That'd be fucking hilarious. Yeah, Ilia, you know, it's there anytime. Know what I mean? Anytime, lad.
It seems like they don't know what to do, because Ilia moved up. I don't know if Islam wants to fight him or not, so like he's looking for an opponent. Yeah, it seems like this fight is really going to decide a lot of stuff in that whole division.
Yeah, it is. As I've said it a few times, like the old guard of the lightweight division, they're all on the way out. We've got Chandler, who's 38. You've got Dustin, Justin and Charles, who are all 35 and older. I think even Danaher might be 35, Moicano's 38, Dariush is 38. In the next 2 or 3 years, the top 10 is going to look completely different. The only person in the top 10 I can think of who's under 35s, Arman Tsarukyan. He's just a little posh boy who's had everything handed to him on a silver platter by his dad.
Do you think he actually got injured or no? Or what do you think happened?
No, he's a little bitch ass. That's what you are, Arman. Little boy.
I was confused too, because we had him on the pod that week too, and then I don't know, he was doing videos too with Nina drama. He was like wrestling and shit.
Yeah. And then he was doing them videos where he flips forward on his neck.
Right.
And then he's saying that he's got a bad back. Dana said, didn't he? It was like Dana shot him down in that interview. I was like, whoa, that's heavy that. You don't want the boss saying that about you. But because he got asked, didn't he, is Arman still number one? Right. And he was like, no. Right. He's going to have to go back to the drawing board. Yeah. He basically said that like doctors come out at Heather, the best masseuse and the PI, come out and they never said to him, you can't fight. He decided he's not going to fight. So basically, Arman, you shit your pants.
What's most interesting is that both fighters are sending completely different messages. Ilia Topuria believes their rivalry is big enough to headline a championship event, while Paddy Pimblett claims he's no longer focused on his longtime rival. Despite those public statements, it's clear neither has truly moved on. Many believe one more victory could be all that's needed to make the long-awaited matchup a reality.
One more fight. If he wins the fight, he can fight for the title. I will give him the opportunity to fight for the title because we have a history behind, so it's going to be a massive.
Took him at all the big dogs of the division, right? But a lot of people are interested in seeing Ilia Topuria fight because there's a lot of history, right? There's a whole thing built into him. So I guess where does he fit, and like how do you see you two crossing paths? Because right now it just seems like he's in the immediate future. He's not in your plan. Maybe I'm wrong. But I guess where does he fit in
To be honest, I forgot about him. I forgot all about him. All I would have mentioned there in the cage. You know what I mean? I don't call him Arman Tsarukyan boy anymore. He's now well so. But as I say, I literally forgot all about him. That's how relevant he is. I'm ranked higher than he is at lightweight. So, you know, I'd love to welcome him to 155. But apparently he's sitting out and waiting for the title shot. But, you know, that what I've just done to Chandler's after blueprint to beating him. He's even more of a midget than Chandler is. Like, I'll do the exact.
For many fans, this rivalry began with the infamous bottle-throwing incident. But according to Ilia Topuria, the conflict was never about creating headlines. It was rooted in something much more personal. As tensions continued to rise, another respected voice joined the discussion. After sharing the octagon with Paddy Pimblett, Michael Chandler gave his honest opinion on how a potential fight with Topuria could unfold. And his assessment may surprise many fans.
What was that all about? I saw the video.
He said some stupid shit about Georgia, about my country. He said something like, now I understand why Russia is throwing bombs to Georgia. Yeah. Bro, you never live in a situation where your country had a war. I lived there in 2008. Don't joke with that. He said that on Twitter.
And then you went and you guys were at the same event and you ran into each other?
I saw him and I went to after him like boom.
And it wasn't promotional.
I want a blonde. That Paddy.
People mention me to stay relevant, lad, so I don't care.
I was walking into the hotel and I saw him. I threw the bottle to his face. I gave him my proper right hand.
Speak English for the people.
Shut up. You in English, you get the in español.
You little ass. Go and sit back down.
He's not ranked. He has just a one fight in the UFC. He's nobody. But I want to fight.
He uses my fame, my publicity, and tries to feed off it because no one cares about his life.
As a guy who spent time in the cage with Paddy, what kind of a chance do you give Paddy if he gets that Ilia Topuria fight?
Paddy is better than most will give him credit for. His octagon presence was on point. He knew where he needed to be. He was completely okay with getting taken down that first round. He kept great distance, kept me off with the kicks. Topuria being a little bit shorter than me, but great punching power. I think Paddy would have a good chance to keep it past a round or two because he's not going to engage as much as Oliveira did. But ultimately, it's definitely a mismatch. And that's just because we're talking Ilia Topuria. I think Ilia Topuria is easily the most talented guy, not just in our division.
While the rivalry with Paddy Pimblett continues to grab attention, many MMA experts believe the bigger question is Ilia Topuria's standing among the sport's elite. Before a potential showdown with Paddy becomes reality, they argue Topuria must prove himself against the very best in the division. From Tim Welch and Joe Rogan to Dustin Poirier, several respected voices have shared their views on just how dangerous the former champion truly is, offering a compelling perspective on his place among MMA's top fighters.
Topuria fight Charles Oliveira before Islam Makhachev.
How is that?
Ilia Topuria says he got promised that he would fight for the title if he vacates.
By who? The security guard outside his room?
Yeah, he kind of hinted that he got promised that. I feel like Charles, Ilia...
That'd be fucking fire.
I think Ilia might batter him. The way Charles comes forward with those reckless knees...
And he's got the chin floating up high, too.
He stands up tall like a really tall Muay Thai guy, and Ilia's like a low boxer. That's a dangerous fight for Charles.
Watch him hit the punches. See how he's moving his head when the guy throws punches? Just slipping just slightly. And the speed, man. Look at the hand. Look at the hand speed. Incredible. Just phenomenal technique.
I've never seen Topuria in person, but if he can make 145, dude, Islam's a big guy. I think he's going to be a lot bigger than Topuria. But that being said, Topuria is an assassin, and I believe he can knock out anybody from 145 pounds to 170 pounds.
You think Islam could become the champion at upper weight class? Maybe.
As the lightweight division continues to change, Paddy Pimblett believes his opportunity is getting closer. Even Conor McGregor has spoken positively about him, praising his rise while leaving the door open to future possibilities. Paddy, however, isn't focused on the attention. His only goal is to become UFC lightweight champion in 2026, no matter who holds the belt. Whether it's Islam Makhachev, Ilia Topuria, or any other contender, he says he's ready to face whoever the UFC puts in front of him. And for anyone questioning the intensity of his rivalry with Topuria, their heated octagon confrontation says it all. Long before fans began calling for the matchup, the two stood face to face, exchanging threats without either man backing down. Looking back now, that moment feels less like a heated argument and more like the beginning of a fight that seems destined to happen.